Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we got the very first ever, I guess, technically, Black Ops 6 update on the Call of Duty HQ. We've been talking about this for the past few days, that today, the 21st, was going to be the official launch of the new and improved Call of Duty HQ, which basically gets rid of the old UI, introduces the new launcher for MW3 Warzone, and soon to be Black Ops 6 here in just a couple of days as well, obviously. And with that, I wanted to break down what exactly ended up changing with this update, because I see a lot of confusion going around whether you're on PC or console, what exactly is going on with this update in and of itself. So we're going to start on PC, my main platform, and then I'll talk a little bit about console as well in just a moment. But the first thing you're going to notice when you go to boot up the game next is that there is going to be a significant update. Now, the download for this patch varies in size. I've seen it be pretty large on like Xbox, where it's upwards of 100 gigs. On PC, it was like 50 or 60, I think, when we initially did the preload for it. But just to be sure you have everything downloaded for the actual Black Ops 6 preload, once the update does go through and it finishes downloading, you're going to want to go into your modify install tab, at least here on Battle.net, check your modify install, and then just make sure under Black Ops 6 you have campaign and multiplayer checked. Apparently part of zombies is included within multiplayer here, so long as you do have that checked and downloaded, if you go and confirm it, you start the update. If you haven't downloaded it, you'll actually get a significant update. If you're like what I just did here, it'll be quick and easy, but that'll let you know that the update is fully installed. And once you do have that all good to go, you've got Black Ops 6 preloaded. You're basically ready for launch. But part of the update is also live today with the new COD HQ things. So I'm going to go ahead and boot the game, and we'll talk about what exactly changed here, because there are parts of it that are very strange and probably a little bit obnoxious for a lot of players as well. And while I'm going through and booting the game here, quick reminder, with Black Ops 6 launch only a few days away, this is the best place to be to stay up to date with absolutely everything going on. Obviously, we've been covering all the major announcements and reveals. Who knows if there's going to be some more surprise stuff coming in the next few days. Of course, if there is, I'll be covering it. But come launch, we're obviously going to have tons of weapons to break down, XP tips, everything like that. So if you want to stay in the know, this is the place to do so. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoy this video, a like rating would be seriously appreciated. But once you go through and you launch the game, you're going to notice a couple of things. One, if you've been purchasing XP codes, or if you're like me and you use eBay, you're going to be spammed with 19 billion pop-ups in the top right corner. Another thing you'll notice is that this entire UI now is completely different. When you boot onto this menu, you are now on the new Black Ops 6 UI. You'll notice in the top left there is new shader preloading. I will say I've had my game open for a bit now, and my shaders have yet to fully preload. Funny enough, 21%, what I'm at now, is actually the most it's gone through. So I think there's part of an issue going on with that. Maybe we'll have to wait and see, but you'll see that you're on this full new menu, and this is actually on all platforms. So you'll see this exact screen whether you're on console or PC, right? And with this, you can't really do much with this menu. Obviously, the Black Ops 6 tab, you can try and load into it. It's not going to let you. It says releases in 4 days, right? You do have your MW3 and your Warzone tabs. We'll talk about those in just a moment. There is also the all games section here, so you can quickly select older CODs as well if you want. And then, of course, the store as well if you're interested in that. But there is like a full-on settings thing here. There's an intel option that'll show you like the message of the day if that's applicable. It's not currently. There's a full settings menu, but unfortunately, you can't actually go through and adjust anything yet. Pretty much outside of graphics, you could go through and adjust some of these things here and there. Funny enough, there's actually no option to force your shaders to start reloading if they're broken, so I think we're going to be stuck on that for now. But you can mess with a couple of things here and there with like your audio and your interface and various stuff like that. But unfortunately, you can't go through and like set up all your Black Ops 6 settings until this tab opens up and you actually load into the menu. Whereas if you cross launch into MW3 or into Warzone, then obviously you'll have your stuff there that you can go through and mess with if you're interested. But here's one of the strange things that's occurred with this HQ update. This is now what you default open when you boot up the Call of Duty app, right? So if you're on PC and you open up Call of Duty, or you're on console and you open up what is currently MW3 and Warzone, or it's going to have the Black Ops 6 art on it, obviously, you're going to boot into this menu. Now, of course, Black Ops 6 not being out, you want to go over and you want to play MW3, right? Well, this is what's going to happen here. You're actually now going to have to cross launch into Modern Warfare 3, and this is going to stay like this for both MW3 and also Warzone. This is a new screen. I have not seen this until just now. It's because I go to record and everything's like, you know what, we're gonna be different from when I first went through. But this is actually, as you can see, going to cross launch me into Modern Warfare 3, and of course the signal will go out just because I have my Elgato set up with my dual PCs. But this cross launch is now going to be a thing all the way until season 1 of Black Ops 6, where Warzone will be implemented and integrated obviously with Black Ops 6, and there won't be a cross launch anymore. So you can seamlessly launch right into Black Ops 6 or seamlessly launch right into Warzone. But if you're trying to play Modern Warfare 3 now, you're gonna have to now close this app to then open Modern Warfare 3 and play that. And again, when you go through and you load into the menu, you're gonna get spammed with a million pop-ups if you're going through and getting XP. But now we're back into standard, Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. We can quickly jump into these modes just like normal. Nothing out of the ordinary with this. There will be new shaders you're gonna have to preload with this as well. But that's essentially how you get back into this if you're trying to play MW3 or Warzone over the course of the next few days. What is also extra weird, and I would say pretty annoying as well, is if you try and go back to the COD HQ. Now I'm gonna let my shaders download and then I'll reconvene in just a second or right now in the video. So my shaders are done, but if I wanted to go back to that COD HQ launcher, like if you're now trying to go from MW3 into that, well, guess what? I now have to close Modern Warfare 3 by confirming that. It's gonna close this app and it'll go back into the COD HQ where I can look at Black Ops 6 on the menu for the next 4 days, right? So really strange function, at least temporarily, with how this COD HQ update is going to fully work across the board, just because it's in preparation for Black Ops 6, but they wanted to make sure it was out beforehand just in case there were any issues. And you can see now my game's closed and I'm now rebooting into Black Ops 6 once the signal comes back and we're all good here. So it's a lot of opening app to close the app, to open another app, to then close the app and go back into the other app, just trying to, navigate the menus for now. But at least this is only temporary. There is, though, surprise, surprise, another strange thing going on with this update in regards to your actual game installs, and this appears to be affecting largely console players. So when I booted the game on my console, on my PlayStation 5, I wanted to go through and check everything here, and you'll notice that with this, you'll see I've seen a lot of players already report that once you go through and you do this update, it may actually go through and accidentally uninstall Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone from your console, which is super obnoxious. Now, if you're not planning on playing those games in the next couple of days, that's okay. But in order to actually go through and reinstall these, you're just going to want to initially click on the install prompt that's on one of those tiles, right? And it'll bring you to this menu. You can then back out of this menu and it'll bring you to this where you can then go through, and I'll skip ahead to where I actually mess with this some. It'll bring you to this menu where you can pick and choose, okay, do I want to fully install Warzone? You can go ahead and it'll give you the download files for that. Same deal with Modern Warfare 3, same deal with Modern Warfare 2 as well. So if you're curious as to what's going on with all of that, that's why everything is so wonky and your game might appear as uninstalled. It does seem like it actually did delete files and it's going to make you go through and reinstall. Also, as far as preloading goes, if you're interested in trying to preload the campaign, go into that Black Ops 6 tile on the menu and you'll actually have the option to install the campaign outright if that did not preload for you correctly when it was supposed to go live a little bit earlier on. So the console version of the COD HQ seems a lot more buggy than the PC version of it. It's all a little bit weird just because it's out early before the game is fully here, but did want to do this little PSA in regards to what actually changed in some of the issues you might be running into with this. All right, well, post-edit Zach here. Safe to say, was not expecting this, and I think Call of Duty might be trolling me because I kid you not, I was about to publish this video when I got a notie on Twitter from COD Updates saying that with the major download for the COD HQ and everything today, we also got some patch notes, and since this is a video breaking down everything this update actually changed, figured we had to include these between multiplayer and Warzone. And yes, there are some weapon updates. So on the multiplayer front and on the global front, really here, they addressed niche causes of server-side stability and performance degradation, so it should be more stable now in MW3 and Warzone. For customization, they updated various things, including the colors of gold, platinum, and diamond camos, corrected some assets, corrected some icons in the gunsmith, fixed an issue with the Revolution Rising calling card, and then also fixed some placeholder stuff. And then in multiplayer, they say as MW3's live season ends, the following featured playlists are now permanently available: Small Map Mosh Pit, all the shipments, all the party mode stuff, Get Higher, the general mosh pit from MW2 2009, 10v10 war, cutthroat, blueprint gunfight, then ground war and invasion. They also say in addition to day one modes available in quick play, you can add the permanent modes to your playlist filters: CTF, demo, cyber attack, escort, diffuser, destroy, gun game, infected, and the vortex mosh pit. For UI and UX, there's a couple of different bug fixes here, one for the enhanced vision goggles and the loadout editor, an issue with loading screens being set as favorite, then also an issue with the tectonic herald light barrel being incorrect in kill cams. For gameplay, they reduce the likelihood of spawning near teammates and kill confirmed, fix an issue allowing equipment to be thrown while being executed, and then also fix an issue causing loss of control after you pick up a guardian or a remote turret. On subbase, they fix an exploit allowing you to get out of the map, basically. For multiplayer weapon updates, the Reclaimer 18, they decrease the shot termination distance, in water, increase the ADS spread, and decrease the far to medium damage. Then also on the 50 GS, they increase the minimum damage. Then they also made a couple of different kill streak updates there for the Jug, Recon, the missile drone, and the gunship. Now let's jump over to Warzone. So here, these are probably our last patch notes of the year for MW3, I'd imagine. They did all the same global corrections here, so corrected the colors of gold, platinum, and diamond camos, issues with various displays on calling cards, things in the gunsmith, and different animations there. Then they also made one weapon update, which was also to the Reclaimer 18, and it's the Akimbo Reclaimer 18. So here, max damage range has been decreased just a tad bit. Max damage was decreased by 10, which is pretty crazy, and near to mid damage was decreased by 5. So the Akimbo Reclaimer 18 should not be spammed nearly as much, if at all, after this update. But yeah, this is pretty much all just prep for obviously later on this week when Black Ops 6 does fully launch. If we do see any other new updates or anything like that surface, of course, I'll keep you guys covered with all the need to know info right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed the video, a like rating on your way out would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.